So Ecuador is a fairly small country geographically, but nonetheless, it has plenty of interesting places to visit. I could always pull up a new place on the map in the direction of where we were going. This time we were passing by the jungle region. Tena, Napo, and Misahualli are situated on the other side of the Andes at the beginning of the Amazon region. In Ecuador, literally within a day, you can cross at least 3 climate zones, and landscape would change every couple of hours. So we turned off the main road into a hot and muggy jungle region with shamans and sacred sites. I have not been attracted to the jungle region, preferring mountains to bugs and humidity, and so was Michael. And I think this time was enough taste of the jungle for us to stay away from it practically the rest of the trip. Oddly, having lived in Ecuador for a number of years, I still was not aware that the jungle attracts many people interested in the traditional plant medicine and shamanic rituals. At our hostel, we were invited to visit a shaman in a local village, and since for both of us this was a new experience, we agreed to go. What made it more appealing was that we were here during rainy season with practically no tourists. So leaving our motorcycles under a bridge leading across the river into the village, we walked into our mystical experience. No one was expecting our arrival, and thus the act was not rehearsed. Someone just noticed 2 strangers curiously looking around and scooped us for a show of handmade merchandise, hoping we'd buy some toys or carved wood or embroidered cloths. But they quickly realized that we were a different type of tourists, and they called the chief and passed us into his hands to have fun with. He was well clad with entertainment, which included a recently captured hurt boa constrictor, which was being treated and was docile enough to be placed on my neck for a photo. Eventually, the man assumed a fatherly look and asked, "What did you come here for? What did you come to fix?" We looked at each other and said, "Nothing to fix, just an interest. Wanted to see how they lived and to say hello." He intently studied our faces, told me to sit on a root of a tree, made it into a chair, fired up a bundle of herbs, covered me in smoke, whispered something in his own language, then threw some leaves on the table, read something from the way they fell, and eventually told me to translate to Mike that everything is going to be okay. Then, taking off his shaman hat, he said, "Let's go, I'll show you the village, and anyways, you need to go because rain is coming." So there's a lot of infrastructure created for tourists in the jungle. Hostels, various retreat and holistic healing centers keeps the locals occupied, and tourists benefiting from simple life and wisdom of people who still live in better harmony with the surrounding nature. So such was our curious visit into a mystical jungle region of Ecuador.